You heard me.
You heard me.
Welcome to You Heard Me the First Time podcast. My name is Minnie.
I'm Nikki Nicole.
And Lizzie.
And welcome back to another episode.
Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah, so let's get right into, let's talk about it, y'all. So I know everyone heard the white girl, Courtney. She killed her black boyfriend.
Chicken ass. Oh, mayonnaise. Okay.
She killed her boyfriend in Miami over the weekend.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
You gotta put that on there.
Yes, there was a stabbing, and allegedly they're saying that she murdered her boyfriend. So, as of recently, literally early this morning, there was a post where her and her father was at a hotel and they were having a drink at the bar. And social media is in shambles. Mind you, she was never arrested. She was taken into a mental hospital. But now you're at a bar. Yeah. Now you're at a bar having a drink. And I actually went on this gentleman's social media, just to see his interaction. And I went into the comment section chat, and I should have never did that because, first of all, we want to give our condolences to the dead. That's a terrible way to die. He was a young man, and we're sending our condolences. One of the comments I seen in the comment section was, it's crazy how all these Black women are the first ones to come and say rest in peace to this king when he didn't even respect Black women. So now his old tweets from 2012 are coming up where, there was a few slander tweets that he put out there on social media. Do you think that should even be a topic of conversation, Minnie, after his passing?
Okay, because he passed, no, it should not. He still deserved justice. No one deserved to die, the way that, die the way that he died or whatever. No one deserved that, especially like allegedly speaking, and based on the videos that's being posted that she's the one who stabbed him or whatever. No one deserved it. No one deserved that. Like, I hate when people try to say like, oh, well, they were this and they were that. That's exactly what, the news people do to whenever a Black man is shot. Well, he was a menace to society. He was always getting arrested. It doesn't mean they deserve to get shot. It doesn't mean he deserved to get stabbed the way he did.
That is very true. Yeah.
So I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with that. Lizzie, go ahead, because I think. But is it okay? So
it is hurtful. It is hurtful.
It is hurtful because at the end of the day, some Black men, you guys go on this rant and you belittle Black women and you say this, but we're the first ones to show up even after your death. The woman that recorded that video of his alleged murder and her father having a drink at the bar after she allegedly murdered you 2 days ago was a Black woman. So it's like, even after your death, and again, like Minnie said, he did not deserve that. And I pray that him and his family get justice. And, the story is still developing, but it's still like,
it is. I would definitely say it is still hurtful, and it is still a slap in the face. Like, it always plays out like that. It always plays out like that. And it's like, it's Black women. We are just, caring. I don't even know how to say it. Like, that's just in our nature. Like, I don't know, but it is very hurtful to
talk your shit, Lizzie.
Go ahead. I'm trying to be politically correct here.
So no, I'm gonna be calm on this one. I do agree with you guys. His death is very, very sad. I am trying my hardest to find the sympathy in my soul for this man. So I'm trying to be respectful to the dead, of course. But at the end of the day, we're always the ones that have to protect. We're always the one that gets shitted on, but it's still, be the bigger person, be the black queen, always like rise up our black men. But we're literally supporting and protecting a black man that literally said fuck us. And now because he said fuck us is the cause of his death, and it's not right. What she did was completely not right. But it's very hard to have sympathy. And then I have another issue with, okay, if you want to date white women, date white women. Why did your ass have to sit there and go on Twitter and demean your own people? But now you're dead and we're still fighting and protecting for you. We're still sitting there saying that your death shouldn't be in vain. And it's just, we're going to continue being the bigger person, but this is just still, I'm trying to find the sympathy. Y'all better stop fucking with these Karens.
And that's the problem I have right there. That's the problem I have right there. Like, date whoever you want to date, but I hate when they try to downplay us. Like, it's no reason. No one asks for your opinion. No one asks you how you feel about black women. If that's what you like, okay, stay over there. Mm-hmm. But child.
And then I seen an interview with her, and she was like, "Oh, I only date." We shared this in our group chat when she was like, "Oh, I only date rich black men." I also
no. She says she only date black men, and she only dates white men if they're rich.
I didn't hear that part. I thought she said she only date rich black men.
No,
no. So with that, well, I guess that kind of, doesn't support my argument. But what I was going to say is that I do think it's a problem when somebody from another race says they only date another type of race. Like, it makes me uncomfortable. If I was even talking, and y'all already know, I have no issues dating a white man, but I would never want to, I would never want to date a white man that says, "Oh, I only date black women," because now you have an infatuation with us. It's
giving fetish.
Yes, it's like you love our culture so much, but do you really love me? Yes, I understand that you appreciate our culture, but that shit is just weird as hell. So I would also say that.
God bless the dead. I pray he get justice that he deserves.
That time will watch his motherfucking mouth. I'm just saying.
He can't. God bless her. God bless her, please.
So let's get
on that.
Oh my God.
I told you I'm trying to find the sympathy.
Yes. And the thing is, unfortunately, you have to be careful what you put on social media, because when you're dead and gone, you can't defend your words. You can't, say, "Oh, no, well, I meant this and I meant that." Once you put it out in public and on a social media platform, people are going to bring it up, whether you're dead or alive.
Child, isn't that crazy? This man is gone, and they still brought up his old tweets. Like, damn, let me rest in peace.
The internet is undefeated. Okay,
undefeated.
And I said, "Hold up, before the black woman come in here and say anything, let me show you what this nigga said about y'all."
And I think it's because he was.
Let me tell y'all what the fuck he said about y'all. It's crazy.
Y'all out here saying King, R.I.P. King, and for real, rest in peace, rest in power. Yeah. God bless you and your family.
Child.
Let's leave it on that note.
Yeah, let's move on. Let's move on because.
Yeah.
So let's get into our main topic. We're talking about boundaries versus insecurities. I know me and Minnie have these talks for a while, because you literally have to battle sometimes when you're dating and you're new to dating. You have to, okay, this is the boundaries that I'm setting in place. And then you second guess yourself, like, am I tripping? Or is it like, no, fuck nigga, you shouldn't be doing that.
You're trying me. Listen, I have that argument with myself all the time. Like, because then you don't want to come off as if you're being insecure. And it's like a fine line.
And I think I used to think it's a fine line, but I do think as long as you communicate it, then no, I'm setting my boundaries. But my question to you guys were, when you were setting your boundaries, did the person that you were setting your boundaries to, did they make you feel insecure? Because I remember when I was dating someone, I set boundaries like, listen, this makes me feel uncomfortable. And they was like, really? Are you, why would you think that? Like, I didn't mean it like that. And they continue to do it, even though I set the boundaries, and they made me feel like I was tripping or I was insecure. Then I would vent to my friends like, do you think this is a healthy situation? They were like, no, this definitely seems like, it should not be done. So Minnie, again, going back to you, have anybody ever made you feel insecure about setting your boundaries?
Okay, so I'm just gonna relate it with my current relationship. I've set boundaries with him, and he never made me feel insecure. Like, we'll talk about it or whatever. He would say, like, really, that bothered? Okay. I don't know, that's making me, he would like, wow, he would say, wow, I didn't think that something like that would bother you. And and I would explain to him, like, why it will bother me or whatever. And then it's like, I would go back and be like, well, does it really bother me?
Yeah, like, was it really that serious?
Okay, so I'm just gonna name one, right? This one, okay, so before we got together, like, he used to comment on girl pictures or whatever, right? So when we got together, I'm like, okay, so he used to comment on other females' pictures, but he never comment on my pictures, right? Y'all don't judge me. So I'd be like, well, I start looking at my picture like, wait, this is a bad picture. Like, why the fuck he not commenting on my picture, but he commenting on all these other bitches' pictures? Like, so when we wasn't together, I never said anything because I'm like, we're not together, so I can't say anything. So then, as soon as we got together, I'm like, and can you please stop commenting on other bitches' pictures? Can you please stop commenting on other bitches' pictures because you don't comment on my shit? That's how I said it to him or whatever. He was like, well, I didn't think that would bother you. Like, babe, you sexy. I'm like, well, you don't tell me. He was like, I tell you all the time in person. Well, no, nigga, tell me on Instagram as well.
Oh.
I was like, tell me on Instagram as well or whatever. And then he said something that was so stupid. He was like, oh, I don't want to tell y'all what he said because I don't want y'all to judge. I'm going to tell y'all off camera. But he said something so stupid. I'm like, that sounds dumb as hell. Like, no. Like, so he did start commenting on bitches' pictures or whatever. And time to time, he would comment on my picture. So does that sound like an insecurity or, now that I'm saying it out loud to y'all, does it sound like insecurity or boundary?
To me, it sounds like a boundary because I was literally going to say that. Like, what I was alluding to was a boundary I try to put in place about social media. And it was like, well, it's only social media. Same thing. Like, I see you in person every day. Like, why do you got to do it for her? Like, yes! Why, like, if you're dating me and we're talking, and you feel like you don't have to give me that reinsurance on social media, why do you have to give it to the next chick? And he was like, well, it's only social media. Nikki, you tripping. And I'm like, damn, am I tripping? Like, we see each other in person. And I started no, nigga, stop doing it. And I said what I said. Because if it was the other way around and y'all homeboys see me commenting on another dude's picture with heart eyes, you gonna be looking crazy.
Exactly. And they try to make it seem like, oh, no, it's something. Just because y'all not gonna say it's something doesn't mean nothing to y'all. Because the moment that y'all actually see it, y'all gonna feel some kind of way or whatever.
Absolutely.
But male and females are different. I'm gonna tell you, like, look, I don't like that. Like, it makes me feel some kind of way. Like, stop commenting on these bitches' pictures. Like, so
and it's not like they're commenting on just your picture and the other people's pictures. He's not commenting on yours. So it makes you feel like, okay, what the hell? Like,
what's the difference? Like,
absolutely.
I know my picture better than that bitch picture.
Period. But then you really do have to look at it from the other end where he probably does feel like, okay, but I'm telling you this in person all the time. His thought process is probably like, it doesn't mean as much doing it online than it does saying it in person. Oh, y'all
fuck that.
Nah,
I'm not having that one.
I want it in the metaverse and the real verse.
No, I agree with y'all. I'm just playing devil's advocate. What the hell is the metaverse?
Girl, you know the virtual world.
I never heard of a metaverse.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, damn.
Where you been? Okay, so I have one, right? Boundary versus insecurity, right? So I know on social media, me and Nikki talk about it, baby mama and baby daddy relationships, right? Listen. It is good to do co-parenting. It's good to have a good co-parenting relationship. Like, shout out to the parents who can co-parent. Okay, that's major. Okay,
Absolutely.
But I feel like it be going too far sometimes, right? So going back to my situation, right? When we was talking, you know, him and his mother, his child, they have a good relationship, and I'm happy for that, right? And well, I'm happy now. I'm playing.
Respecting that.
But before we got together, they used to take trips together. They used to go to like the zoo together, movie nights, skate night. Like, they used to do a lot of things together with the child. So of course, when we got together, I said, we all going. It's not just
family trip.
We all freaking going or whatever. And
Minivan.
And before I even brought it up, I used to battle with myself, like, is that something I should be okay with? Because that's the nature of their relationship for a very long time or whatever. And I used to battle with myself, like, okay, should I be okay? Like, I was okay with it when we was not together, but I guess the dynamic changed now that we're in a relationship. I'm telling you, there's not enough trust in the world for me to say, okay, babe, y'all can go ahead and spend 2 nights in Orlando together. Ain't enough trust in the world.
I agree.
At all.
Yeah.
So I know y'all don't have kids or anything like that, or, you know, but in the event you guys are dating a guy that, you know, have a child, how would y'all handle a situation like that? Like, what is considered a boundary and what is considered an insecurity? Because I still sometimes battle with that.
I think it's once a man has shown his baby mother that he is now in a serious relationship and he's taking this person seriously, I kind of do think it's on both of the women's end. And I do think that the baby mother has to also make accommodations to make the new girlfriend feel comfortable so that you guys can have those type of like moments and outings and stuff like that. But I completely agree with you. I would not feel comfortable with my man having family time, like they all happy and I'm not included in that. Like, I think that's a little weird. Like, no, you're in a relationship now. We can all hang out, but there's no reason why y'all should be celebrating, having a good time. And bitch, I'm not right there with you.
Exactly. And I hate when
we're do together, okay?
And I hate when it plays back on trust. Like, oh, but you know, you should trust your man or whatever. I trust my man, but still, like, I'm not mature yet.
Y'all fuck, so I don't trust. Period.
And that's what I battle with. So I do not universe. Words are important. I'm speaking no baby daddies into my life. So, you know, I don't want to go through that.
I'm gonna speak it for you.
Because I don't have any children, so it would be different if I have children. But I do see both ends. I know, call me crazy, because I see where Minnie is coming from. Like, listen, this is my boundaries, and I don't feel comfortable with this going on. But on the other end, if he was to say, listen, this is the relationship and the dynamic that, you know, we want our child to see us being able to co-parent and have family time where she's able to spend time with her father and her mother at the same time. I see that too. But again, I do, but I'm not
other ways. There's other ways. I don't like that statement either. Oh, we want our child to see that we can co-parent.
And I can understand both sides, but I will be in your shoes too, because I'm not going to be able to handle that for my life. I'm not accepting that, but I can respect somebody that wants to do that in theirs.
And I respect it too, but we're going to respect this together.
You don't respect it. Don't stop saying that. Y'all stop agreeing with that, please. Trying to make me seem like I'm crazy.
I respect it, but I don't want no baby daddies in my life.
I'm sorry, I'm just playing, Liz. Go ahead.
No, I definitely, like, honestly, I wouldn't feel comfortable with, like I said, my man being with his baby mama for an extended period of time. Definitely not the out of town trip.
Even if that's the relationship they had prior to you entering the relationship.
Yeah, even prior. At the end of the day, things change. You're in a relationship now. There's no possible way that you think you can move the same exact way single than in a relationship. She has to understand. She has to now understand that level of communication that they had before cannot continue. she can't have that much time because she's taking time for me, and that's a problem. Like,
and
no,
you know what?
you're giving
Always the baby mamas that are single that was be like, but why I gotta change? Because you're in a relationship now.
no
Until they get in a relationship, they realize how you feel.
no.
Yeah, that's very true.
It has to change because, like I said, he cannot sit there and give two people even amount of time, and he shouldn't. His baby mama should not be that much of a figure in his life besides the mother of his child. He should respect her and appreciate her, but outside of that, he should be focused on trying to pursue his new relationship. Hell no. Why y'all hanging out no, ain't no family trips.
And that's why I feel like there's other ways to show good co-parenting skills. There is other ways.
Okay,
like,
this is gonna sound really bad.
Do a
right?
FaceTime. Do a FaceTime.
Exactly. FaceTime me.
This is gonna sound really bad. I don't know if I should even say this on record. Fuck co-parenting, okay? As long as you sit there, listen.
Recording. She said what she said.
I said what I said.
You heard her the first time.
Fuck co-parenting, right? Because to me, co-parenting is not actually important. It's the love for the child. No. Listen. I know this is bad. It's the love for the child that's important. To me, I really don't see why a child has to see two parents getting along.
I am not that bad. I am not that bad. I thought I was crazy, but
So you're okay. So let's clean this up because I see what you're saying. So you don't have to. The child doesn't have to physically. See. Go ahead. No,
the child doesn't have to physically see co-parenting taking place. To me, it's more about the love that you're giving to the child. If the child goes to one house and is filled with love, and then goes to the second house and is filled with love, that should be enough for the child. Fuck co-parenting. As bad as it sounds.
I kind of get it. I kind of, you know me. I feel this.
I'm messing with you, Minnie. I'm messing with you.
No, I kind of get it. I think I get what you're saying or whatever. I feel like as long as there's mutual respect, that's enough. No, for real. Like, as long as I'm able to call you and tell you, like, hey, X, Y, and Z about your daughter, you know, like, this is what I have planned, or you know, about the child, and, you know, you call me like, hey, can I get, as long as there's mutual respect, we can communicate with, you know, with no arguments or whatever.
That's
what
all.
What more we need to show the child? The child already know we're not together. Like, I feel like it would have been, I don't know. It would have been different if the child was born into the fact, or was raised while we were together. Yes. And now we're no longer together. So we still want to show them that, like, you know, although we're not together, we still have a good we still have a good bond, right?
Yeah.
That's a little bit different. But if y'all was broken up when the child was a baby, like 3-6 months or whatever, the child was already raised in the fact knowing that my parents are not together. As long as we have a good communication and we communicate with each other, I feel like that's enough.
Okay, so
we don't gotta take trips.
Thank you. Minnie said exactly what I was thinking in the most nicest, respectful way. That's what I was trying to say when I said fuck co-parenting.
Yeah. I heard the saying, fuck them kids. I ain't never hear fuck them co-parenting.
I feel you.
Drop the kid off, pick the kid up. That's it. Y'all communicate through text. Why are we talking? Why? No, we don't need the child don't need to see both of y'all together. Is it the child's birthday? Christmas? Then, okay.
That's Christmas, only birthday. Christmas.
Yeah, you're right.
Only birthdays, we should all be together. That's fine.
Okay, so my question would be, how do you guys feel about being in a relationship and your partner being close friends with your friends? Like, can your man be friends with your friends? Like, oh, hey, brother, hey, sister. Are y'all allowing that, or is that a no?
It depends on the friend. I always say that. It depends on the friend, because I don't have some people try me. I don't have some people try me in my past or whatever. It depends on the friend. Like, you can sense your friend. Like, when, nah, fuck that. Y'all don't hate, bro, hate.
I was about to say, because as long as you've been with your man, I just know your man from passing. We ain't never have a sit down.
I was trying to be nice because, y'all right here in front of me. But fuck all that. It's, hi, how are you doing? That's about it. Like, ain't no friendship. Y'all need to be friends. Because when I'm mad at him, y'all gotta be mad at him too. And when I hate him, y'all gotta hate him too. So,
Minnie, I think we're agreeing with each other on this episode. It's been a minute since we could agree with each other.
That is true.
I kind of feel you on that one too. Like, definitely not the hey bro, hey sis. That I don't like that shit at all. He's not your bro. We not gonna do this. No, say his name. Okay. No nicknames allowed. Say my name. Please and thank you. That
must be the Taurus and y'all bulldogs. Yeah.
No,
that's your side. Y'all bulls.
Yeah, we bulls. But
No.
I don't. Okay, so I think it's nothing wrong with being cordial with each other, but friends where they're texting, that would be uncomfortable for me. But I don't know, Jill.
And that's
like they're not to me, we're all friends. So if they're not gonna be going out by each other like, hey, let's go for drinks. No, we're all friends. We're all going out for drinks. Like, it's not gonna be a separate relationship outside of my friendship with my friend.
Next thing you know, every time we go somewhere, is Nicole coming? Why the fuck?
Oh no, that would be a problem. Would you miss her? You like her company?
Period.
No, the fuck, she's saying the fuck home. It's just
so
us.
Y'all wouldn't be okay with y'all friends calling y'all man just to have a general conversation like, hey, my day at work was like this.
No, to me, that's extreme. Now, if you're calling him to get his advice on maybe you're dating a guy and you want his advice, a male perspective.
No. I agree.
No.
Really?
How did that even get to that level of friendship where you can call him to ask for his advice?
Damn.
If we're all in the same room, or I'm on the phone with you, you'd be like, oh, let me see what he say. But for you to pick up the phone and call him, be like, bro, no.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Child, y'all gotta call my man and ask for no damn advice.
Got his number.
And she
goes, I found out, okay, this was like a long time ago when I was like really crazy and I was like, going through phones and shit like that or whatever. But I don't do that no more. Let me just put that out there. But I found out that he had like one of my homegirl number in his phone. Well, it was from like, it was about like business or whatever, right? But I had felt some kind of way because I'm like, well, how the fuck did this even transpire? Like, where did it come from? Whatever, it came from Instagram. It was about business too, but it did. I was like a little taken back because you didn't ask me for her number, or she didn't ask. Like, how did that even happen? But this was a long time ago.
And don't let Minnie start thinking, investigate.
Listen, that's the worst thing. When I start trying to put 2 and 2 together and get 28, that's the.
She don't always carry the one.
Okay, that be the problem with me or whatever. So I just need to know everything up straightforward or whatever. So it's just like, no.
I would say too, when a man gets into a serious relationship, I think that any woman outside of his family should follow. Like, you have to report to his girl. Like, he shouldn't be doing favors for another woman or whatnot without necessarily checking in.
So if he had a homegirl prior to you guys dating, maybe his best friend, let's say his best friend is a girl, right? Mm-hmm. And they had that relationship prior to you entering. And she had a flat tire. And she called him like, hey, I'm over here. Could you come help me out? You think he has to report that to you before he goes to help his friend?
I don't like the word report. I don't like the word report.
I don't like the word.
You used it.
Okay. Yeah. When you say the word report, it sounds bad.
Do you think he should communicate with you? Hey, such and such just broke down. Yes. I'm gonna go run and help her.
Yes.
Yes.
That should definitely be communicated before he goes and helps her. Yes.
Why should that be communicated?
Yes, that should definitely be communicated.
Wait. So if his best friend broke down and she called him and he's on the way to go help her, he needs to call you and be like, hey, sister said just
don't pick that bitch up without calling me. Don't pick her up.
It takes 2 seconds to text me or call me. It doesn't. Okay. See, I don't like that. I don't like when people be making it seem like it's a lot just to text or call someone. It's not a lot.
But to tell you I'm going to go help somebody with a flat tire.
Yes, he should check it. He should check in with his girl.
Okay, and this is y'all boundary. So we're gonna ask the audience, what do you guys think? If your man has a best friend that's a female, and she
I don't believe in best female unless
let's just say
is gay.
That's the hypothetical. He has a best friend, female, and she broke down. Should he communicate, hey, such and such just broke down, I'm gonna go help her?
First of all, that's
thinking like Liz is gonna ask a few questions. She don't got AAA.
First of all, she's no longer your best friend. I'm your best friend. You have no.
Thank you for putting that in my head. She don't got
Hello. Uber? She ain't got no daddy? Why she calling you?
For real? Like, why you
They're best friends.
Call her daddy, call her uncle, call something. She don't need to call you.
Call Help Me Howard.
Period.
Don't call my man.
I cannot stand you.
Do not call my man. But it's like, when you're in a relationship, your man know you. Your man knows who he is. For real, he know who he is dating. He know who he dated. He know me or whatever. So he's okay with it. It's not considered report. It's just communicating. Like we communicate well. To communicate and tell me that you're gonna help that bitch with her car. I'm sorry.
And do it before you pick her up.
Right. Don't be having her in the car and be like, oh, I have.
Exactly.
Well, when did this happen?
And don't tell her you're gonna do it until you checked in with me. So she needs to be on hold.
Not those terminology. Don't use those terminology.
Sorry.
It sounds bad when you say checked in and report or whatever.
Okay.
I don't know how to cover her shit up better.
Right. I don't want him to hear this podcast and be like, oh wow, like report.
That's what you've been doing all this time.
Yeah, like who the fuck does she think she is, babe? It's communication.
You're right. We have to communicate before you pick her up.
So do you feel like the dynamic of a friendship should change when you're in a relationship with a guy? Yes. Both ways. You have a male best friend or whatever. Now, boundaries versus insecurities. Do you think you should start setting boundaries with you and your male friendship because now you're in a relationship and you don't want your partner to feel insecure about whatever y'all got going on over there? Lizzie?
Yes, I agree with that. Like if I had a male best friend or whatnot, he was in a relationship, then once he get into a relationship, there would be a whole conversation that has to take place. What can I do to make her feel comfortable? And also what boundaries are going to be taking place. At first, I'm going to automatically know we can't communicate like we used to. And I'm going to be okay with that. I'm going to, before he could even tell me to take a step back, I'm going to be the one to take a step back, and then I'm just going to let him lead. Tell me where you want to fit me in your life, because at this moment, you need to prioritize your girl because that's who you're rocking with.
Yeah, I'm not giving you what she's giving you.
Exactly.
Anymore. Because we always know that them best friends.
Those brothers and sisters.
Hello.
Okay.
Anyway. Right, so let's get into our listener letter. This is where you guys ask us for advice on relationship, work, and anything else. You can send us an email at UHeardMeDA.
That's important.
FirstTime@gmail.com. Again, that's UHeardMeTheFirstTime@gmail.com. You can slide in our DMs on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Now let's get it.
All right. Hey, y'all. Glad y'all back. So I need some help. I've been dating this guy for about three months, and I'm really feeling him. The other day, he invited me to a little get-together with his friends, and y'all, my ex-boyfriend of 3 years was there. I noticed it wasn't too chatty with each other at the party, but I want to know, should I mention it to him or it's none of his business?
That's a good question.
Mention.
Child.
I say
So
mention.
it sounds like they're associates. Like if he wasn't really chatty, he was like, "Hey, what's up?" Da da da. So you won't get caught up, child. I would say mention it.
Yeah, I won't say none of his business, but since y'all said mention it, no, all seriousness, you should definitely mention it. Especially the fact that you really like him, so you do see, something like, it going further. And you don't want it to come out later on like, oh wait, you used to date him, like he bring up the party and stuff like that, whatever. So just get it out there like, hey, and he can't be mad, that's your ex-boyfriend.
Exactly.
And when you mention it, go ahead.
No, he can't get mad right now because she literally didn't do anything. It's after the fact that now she knows where he can now get mad. So she might as well just come clean now.
And when you mention it, downplay the relationship, sis. I used to date this dude you remember that guy that was in the car? I used to date him a long time ago. Like, it didn't work out. Downplay the shit.
Was whack.
Don't even mention it, says. If he don't ask you, don't even mention it.
Exactly. Just like, it was a long time ago. I don't I just wanted to tell you, because like I really like you and stuff like that, and I don't want to have no secrets or whatever. But yeah, mention it, sis. It's okay.
Yeah.
Everybody have a past.
Exactly. All right. Well, if you need our advice, you can send us an email at UHeardMeDA.
That's important.
FirstTime@gmail.com. Again, it's UHeardMeDaFirstTime@gmail.com. We are now on TikTok, so you can send us a DM on TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter. Until next time, this has been an episode of You Heard Me the First Time podcast.
My name is Minnie.
I'm Nikki Nicole.
And Lizzie.
Ow.